Hi, today we're going to be looking at the ILIFE V7S Pro. This is an upgraded version of the V7S that is discontinued by GearBest in their online store, and we'll be looking at the features of this new and improved robot vacuum from ILIFE, and I'll be looking at mainly at the water tank and how it differs from the old version. And let's open the box right now. So this robot is a GearBest says two main improvements. This version has two main improvements. Number one, the water tank that comes with it. It has a what they call a pump that regulates the flow of water. But first, let me just empty the box here, remove all the contents, and first let's look at the robot itself. And this robot looks exactly the same as the previous version of the V7, and it has the same color, the same layout, one clean button here and a door, and comes with the same similar designed dustbin. This is the dustbin here, and it has dual filtration here. This is the HEPA filter, this is the primary mesh filter, and up next we have this is the charging base, the dock here, and it comes with an extra microfiber mop. And if you look underneath, this is the bracket here that holds the mop, and if you remove this bracket, you will see that it has a similar layout as the old V7S. I will do a separate video comparing this and the older version. I'll put all those information in the description below. Let me just finish this unboxing here. And it comes with two extra these are HEPA filters. I remember mentioning in my articles that this variant doesn't have a HEPA, but it does. I checked with ILIFE, and these are HEPA filters here, and comes with this is a cleaning brush for you can use this to clean the bin and filter, and it also comes with an extra side brush, AAA batteries for these are AAA batteries for the remote, and power cord for the for the dock, and the remote. This is the remote. It has the same remote as the older V7S. And let's look at the water tank here. I'd like to show you the water tank before I continue. And the water tank, the new water tank has a regulator, has a pump, and I don't know if you can see this here. If you look at this here, you see there's this rubber gasket here that connects to a hose there, and this is the improvement basically of this water tank. GearBest says that you can actually leave the water tank inside you can leave this inside the robot, and it will not drip as long as the robot is turned off. And if you look at the old you look at the old water tank, this is the water tank of the V7. It doesn't have any regulator here. Any water that you fill up in this tank automatically drips down, and this one blocks it. It has an extra layer here. This is the extra layer that blocks the water, so all the water that comes in will drip down here. So if the robot detects that the robot vacuum is turned off, then it will stop leaking. It will stop the water from flowing down. That's the theory, but I will test it. I will test it in real life to see how it if it really works. And another improvement aside from the water tank is the ability to schedule this robot to mop. You can schedule this to vacuum, and you can also schedule this to mop. So I think it's the same. Schedule will be the same. It will all depend on whether or not if the water tank is attached, then this robot will mop. If the bin is attached, this robot will vacuum. So you can schedule it the way you normally would. So whether it will mop or vacuum will depend on whether or not the water tank or the bin is in and the mop is attached. So I'll be doing another separate video for the mopping, and a separate video to compare this and the original V7S. But right now I'll test this, a cleaning test, basic cleaning test, to see how it cleans on bare floor, and then I'll make another separate video to test how this cleans on carpet. And this is the old V7S water tank, and it fits. It actually fits. It fits here. It has the same design, same capacity, 450 ml. The biggest difference is this one has a regulator, a pump, as Gearbest calls it. This robot also comes with an English manual here. If you look here, there's a Chinese version of the manual, but it also has something in English, so it's good. And if you look at the motorized brush of this robot, it has the same brush as the old V7S. It has the same double V brush. Double V means bristle and squeegee brush here. In my previous test, this did well in picking up dirt on bare floor, and I'll be testing it again here and later on carpet. Now let's move to the cleaning test for the V7S Pro. And for this test, I'll be adding a wrinkle. Instead of just using oats and powder, I'll be adding a bit of hair and some dust on the floor. I mean dust bunnies, which the other robot has picked up while regularly cleaning one of our rooms downstairs. And you'll see that when I spread this over, I'll be measuring around 70 or around 80 grams of oats, powder, hair, and dust bunnies, which I'll be scattering on the floor. And see how much this is. I don't know if this will reach 80, maybe 70. Maybe 70 grams would be enough. Okay, that's 70 grams. And I'll be scattering this on the floor. Just want to show you the mess that I've scattered on the floor. And key areas here are those near the edge here. And around the furniture, around the chair that I've scattered. That chair will represent potential roadblocks that the robot will encounter, and I've scattered also a bunch there near the door, the edge near the over there, over that edge there near the door. And we're ready to start the test.
You'll notice that the video is somewhat muted. You cannot hear the sound of the robot, how loud it is. That's because I'm using an action camera and I'm still testing it out to see if it will improve the recording. And if you're interested in finding out how loud the V7S Pro is, you can check out my other videos about the V7S. Both of them sound the same. They have the same decibel level, so you can check those videos out. And you can ignore the timestamp on the bottom right. I'm still trying to figure out how to use this action camera, and in future videos you won't see that timestamp. Video I'll be pausing it because the robot does not go where I'm pointing at. I'll remove the charging dock so for the robot to be able to clean the rest of this area on the right side, on the lower right.
Okay, this is pretty much what's left of the mess I scattered on the floor. As you can see, there are some bits and pieces of oats and powder there on the edge there, and around the chair. It was able to clean a lot of the dirt around the chair area, and if you look at the edge near the door, it was able to clean at least a majority of the dirt. I don't see too much that's left. Let me just give you a closer look. Let me just move the tripod here and give you a closer look. Here's the area near the door. There are some stray pieces that's left. It passed over this area a few times towards the end of the cleaning cycle, and it still left some bits and pieces there. And over here in the middle, there are some stray pieces. I could have let the robot run a little bit more, but the video is taking too long. It's taken close to 30 minutes, and I don't want to bore you with a very long video. But this is what's left on the corner and around the chair area here. Did do a pretty good job around the chair area. Was able to navigate it without bumping to it too hard. And now let's check the bin. Okay, now I have the robot beside the weighing scale. First, let's look at the bin, the contents of the bin, and let's see how full it is. You can see it's very full here. It's picked up a lot of dirt and a lot of the dust that I scattered, the dust bunnies. And let's weigh it right now. I'll just move the lens closer. I could give you a closer look at how much dirt was able to pick up. And just open the weighing scale here and open the bin. First, let's just remove this primary filter, and the robot was able to pick up roughly around 65 grams of the 70 grams I scattered on the floor. Still at 65. And this does not include the dirt that's scattered around the weighing scale. So it was able to pick up roughly around 65 grams of the 70 I scattered, which is pretty good. It was able to also pick up, you can see this dust bunnies here and the hair and the whatnot. These are the hair that was caught up inside the bin. We just cleaned the weighing scale here, and if you look, I'll just show you if you look at let me just kind of zoom out and show you the underside of the robot, and you'll see that. I'll just show you the brush here, the motorized brush. It's really messy, and this is the brush, the hair that's caught in the brush. I don't know if you can see it. These are the hair that's caught in the brush roll, and that's the cleaning test for the V7S Pro. In the next succeeding videos, I'll compare this with the old V7S, a carpet cleaning test, comparison with the other ILIFE robots, and the Xiaomi robot, and much more. So please check the description right below this video for those future updates. And if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, please leave them below. I'll be happy to read them and address them. Thanks again for watching.